Hi everybody, hi every spirit, welcome very much to my YouTube channel. Esoteric Cloud Surfer here, ready to start the astrological and a little bit tarot live stream. We're gonna talk about Moon in Sagittarius and Sun in Capricorn. Thank you very much for being here, your support is greatly appreciated, and I wish you the best thoughts, ideas, feelings and emotions. I wish you also a whole bunch of individuality, creativity and responsibility as well. Go ahead and type !Discord so you can reach my Discord server and interact and conversate, communicate with everybody in there as well. I'm right now sharing the stream over there so everybody there knows that we live. If they don't subscribe, if they are not subscribed to the channel yet, which you can also do, subscribe to the channel, leave that like. Let's help the world grow, because the world always grows, but we can help it grow in the best, less limited, wiser, more open and lighter way, okay? So let's get ready into it. If you are familiar, hi, welcome once again. If you are not familiar to the channel, welcome. We do these live streams every time the moon is in a new sign or gets ready to go into a new sign, and we do daily tarot readings, and then we do an astrological reading as well. And today, we already did on Discord, I always do a daily card for today, right? And the daily card for today was actually the Seven of Swords. So, but not reversed, it was just the Seven of Swords. And what does that mean? That means that you are separating, or you have to, or you should look into doing this, which is separating from old thoughts, separating from old ideas to think, separating from old ways to communicate, analyze and see the world in a real logical way. And this connects super well with the astrological side of today. Moon in Sagittarius, freedom, traveling, newness, inspiration. Sun in Capricorn, your stability, new ways to be stable and practical. So you are separating from old ways of thinking or old relationships. And it's not separating totally, you can just be reducing the amount of energy or time that you spend thinking or actually engaging in those relationships or partnerships or whatever, right? But separating from those old ways so you can feel lighter and you can feel freer, so you can create new circumstances, or you can see, because sometimes you have what you want / need. You just don't see it because it's coming in a different way from whatever way you were expecting it to be. Because it is what it is, and then it is what you think it is. And what you think it is, it's not what it is. It is what it is, right? So you can be recognizing things in an old way, in a way that really doesn't work anymore, and you are separating from that way. And when you separate from an old space, you get open to enter new spaces, get inspired, and receive messages from those spaces, right? So you can go into a new space and understand that you were looking for something that perhaps you already had. That's a great example for today, all right? And we're gonna take two more cards to complete the scheme, to go more in depth, to make like zoom in today's energies, all right? But before we start that, just a reminder, the moon is in Sagittarius, the sun is in Capricorn, so that's a fatal attraction. So we are feeling more spiritual, more free, or we feel the need to be free about our new practical, new and creative, practical, real and security-like or very real, dealing with responsibilities, practical, real physical circumstances, okay? And the thing is, you might be creating something that requires your attention, that requires some commitment, and right now you might feel you need a bit space. You might feel you need to go away. You might feel you need to be free. But if you don't do these new patterns, these new routines, you will get that. You'll be free. But sometimes being free means you having no value, or you having no thing for you to be in. And you don't want that. Because the only way you get that is go back to be an unaware spirit. Because unawareness is the spirit's first creation. And that's already something that you go in. And being free is being out of that awareness, so you have no value, right? You don't want that. Only when your spirit really gets tired of existing and there is no turning back. That's why Sagittarius is also associated with the center of the galaxy, because it's not really a physical location, it's a description, it's not a personification, but an allegory of something that every spirit does. You go, the center of the galaxy is when your spirit is out of any shape and form, so it can create any other shape and form. You know what I'm saying? Let's drink some coffee here. It was getting cold. Oh, still hot. No, actually, it's good now. Yeah, it's a bit too hot. Hold on. This is a big ass mug, but I don't put a lot of coffee. I put just a little bit of coffee to give flavor, because it's really all about the hot water. You should drink. You don't have to, you don't need to, but it helps a lot in many, many things, just drinking hot stuff. And do not take cold drinks on your meals, because cold drinks are meals in itself. Because your body needs to use more energy to decompose, to break down, and then use those cold elements. But if you drink something hot, it helps your body with that process. Especially right now, it's winter time. You might get a bit of mucus in your nose, something in your throat. You might get a bit swollen. That's all because of different temperatures makes different density levels on your fluids, and then they can't mix. They can mixture. You never seen two oceans borderlining? They don't mixture because the waters have different salt levels and different density levels. And it's pretty much the same within us. It's all about density levels and salt levels. Because you have many salts within you. It's not the salt that you go buy in the store. No, you have many salts. Many salts. Many. Even salt itself can be very different things. You know what I'm saying? Oh, great coffee now. Yeah, going in. By the way, guys, I was live today on Twitch playing some Age of Empires 4. If you guys want to go and check that out, it's on my LinkTree in the description down below. And it's not done yet, but I'm working on some Pokemon Scarlet and Violet VGC videos. These fucking flies, bro. Ah, it's there. I have the thing. Where you at now, huh? Running away. They're running away now. I knew it. So, oh no. Hold on. The fly is back. They want to die by the hands of a higher being. So they jump immediately to the next dimension. They don't need to spend more time in the level of awareness that they have right now. Ooh, great, great, great. Let's go. Let's take a card, second card of today, to complement the Seven of Swords. So today is about separation, but not just, because it's Seven of Swords. So you might be already on a new space, but your mind is separating completely from the previous space, and you are like, bro, I'm way better in this space. Or you are realizing how flunk, lack of energy, lack of clearness you were in the other space. You're like, bro, back in the day I was way more this, I was way more that. Now I'm way more light, I'm way more clear. And perhaps you were not realizing that. But today you're like, bro, I can really understand the advantages of being in this new space, mentally speaking. Okay? Now I want one card, not two cards. There is some scatteredness as well, but I think that's on me for right now. Because I was thinking about the coffee. I was thinking about how good the coffee was, actually. Bro, that fly, I don't know why it's annoying me so much. It must be in some flunked out space. That fly. Because it ain't me, I'm in a pretty chill space. Pretty cool. So, let's go, let's go. That second card of today. It's the second card of today. The sun is in Capricorn and the moon in Sagittarius. So you're feeling more spiritual or connective about the expressions, about these new practical circumstances. Come on. But I also don't like when the cards take ages to come out. And then it's like 2 cards, 3 cards. Bro, I just want one card, but it's really the representation of your internal realm. It's very hard for you to pinpoint one feeling. It's very hard for you to pinpoint one thought. You're always jumping around from thoughts to feelings, feelings to thoughts, right? Let's go. Oh, that's true. The Fool. 0. Uranus. All possibilities, baby. That's so real. You separate from old spaces to new spaces, and you can create anything in those new spaces, or you can choose any new mental space to go in. You don't need to come back. The Fool, all possibilities. Uranus, 0. Right? So this is showing you that by you separating, by you detaching from old ways of thinking and communicating, you have all doors open. You can be any shape and form. You can feel any way you want. You can imagine anything you want. And you can starting now to accumulate and manifest everything you want. Right? Very important though. That 7 of Swords and the moon in Sagittarius might be telling you to release. Okay? Not just separating, you need to take something and throw it out. Perhaps. Because separating is like, oh, I'm going there. Right? But releasing is like, you are here. Perhaps you went into a new space and some idea, some thought, some relationship, some feeling followed you there to that new space. And you're like, nah, bro. I haven't walked all this long to have you back nagging me again. And we have to take them and throw them away. Or release, maybe through crying, through exercising, through some fucking as well, drinking some alcohol, smoking some good herbs will make you release. Because if you don't release, even if you are into that new space, you might be using old ways to see the space where you are in, and you might not like that new space, but that new space might be exactly what you need, and it is exactly what you deserve. So you might need to throw away some old emotions and feelings, because mentally speaking, you already did that perhaps, because the Seven of Swords is there. So there is some senses of comfortability, some preferences, some emotions and feelings, some feelings and ideas and concepts of connection that you need to release. It might make you feel tired, might make you feel exhausted, might make you feel and look like to others the bad guy, or too angry, too cold, too this, too that. But they are not the ones going to new spaces, looking, finding better spaces. They're the ones in hell, repeating, repeating, and getting mad at the same things that they are repeating. But guess what? Nobody put them in hell. They are creating hell. Every time they choose to repeat, they are choosing to be in hell. Nobody's holding them there. Nobody. They're God themselves. And speaking of which, shout out to everybody out there changing the world right now by being themselves and showing to themselves and others that the best way to be is to be your goddamn self. Nothing else, nothing more. Let's go. And also the moon then is in mutable fire, so it's not supposed for you to have everything planned. It's not supposed for you to feel the perfect way and to feel full of energy or fully satisfied. It's supposed for you to adapt. Okay? It's supposed for you to, even if you don't have all the tools, you still do it. You still get it. Imagine you're going to play soccer. You don't have the shoes. You still play. You still score 3 goals. You know what I'm saying? Because it's you. You got the power. It's not the shoes. Goldmind, welcome to the live stream. Welcome, welcome. Happy oh, and it's Mercury Day in Capricorn. I forgot about that. Mercury Day. No, Mercury and Mars. They were in retrograde. They are now direct. But they are coming back to the present. Coming back. What does that mean? Until Mercury and Mars pass the degrees that they were before they went retrograde, we're still dealing with past stuff. Okay? We're still dealing with old ways of doing stuff. Only those planets complete. Imagine, I'm not sure, but imagine Mercury was like 24 degrees Capricorn before it went retrograde. I'm not sure, but imagine that. Only when they are like 24, 23, only then it's real direct. Only then can we start and go for the future again. So fixed signs, we still have some time to enjoy the retrograde energies, because retrograde energies always help fixed signs, because they're basically the same thing. Accumulation, going back to something, reviewing, rewinding, reworking, reanalyzing, you know? And the retrogrades put everything a bit slower, and fixed signs are already a bit slower, and the retrogrades show in your face if you were building the right things or not, and fixed signs are every day dealing with those things. You know what I'm saying? Let's go for the third card of the day. Oh, let's go. Oh, nice. Aries, the Emperor. Okay? So, whatever new spaces, new possibilities you want to be, whatever new vibes you want to vibe, whatever new shapes and forms you want to create or take, you have to claim power and control. You have to claim authority. You have to claim your individuality. You have to represent those spaces. And if I be like, oh, you can't do that, or that space is lame, you have to be like, what you say? At least I'm creating new spaces. At least I'm not in hell. And at least I'm doing something for myself. Or you have to create new ways to express yourself, to defend those new spaces. It's like, bro, this guy here in this puddle of mud talking shit about my new place, about my new spaceship. Bro, I'm building something new. Okay? This space is better than yours because of this. And it's not about that, actually. It's just about the fact that I'm creating something new and you just in hell talking shit about me because I'm creating something new. You have to claim power and control. You have to claim authority over these new spaces, over these all possibilities. And you have to be very intentful, you have to be very direct and very unique and individual when doing that Uranus, when doing that full, when indulging, when immersing yourself in all possibilities. You have to cast, direct, you have to be that new possibility that you want to be. Ziram saying that he's behind, but it likes the breakdown of the hot drinks and salts and foods. Your flowing Pisces and Taurus energy need that reminder. True, because some people be like, oh, you need this medicine, or you need to eat apples, or no, sometimes you just need sugar, salt, or something hot. And that's on your daily basis. Like, I don't dislike doctors, right? But if your head hurts, you don't need to take a pill. You don't need to go to the doctor. If you are constipated, if you got the flu, you don't need to go to the doctor. Now, if you break your arm, go to the doctor. If you, I don't know, were on a car accident, go to the doctor. If you are like with this pain for days, go to the doctor. If you, I don't know, start coughing blood, go to the doctor. All right. But in the everyday cases, your eyes hurt, you have a pain a certain way, you feel low on energy, you just need some salt, some sugar, or some hot drinks. I'm telling you, you don't need anything else, or some spicy food, because it's all about putting your blood flowing, okay? Because those headaches, those sore places in your body is either old blood, an accumulation of too much blood, too or less or not enough blood, or too much air or not enough air. Okay, it's all about that. And you just basically 90% of times you just need to put your blood flowing more, or you need to change the location where your blood is flowing, or, and the salt plays a big part in this, you need to change the density level of your blood. Because if your blood gets too dense, it might get stuck in a certain area. But if your blood is not dense enough, it might not deliver the nutrients in the right places, and it might not hold to the bad stuff in the right place. If your blood is not dense enough, it will not clean your system, and you will not create a healthy lymphatic system. You know what I'm saying? But it's all about that. Salt, sugar, and the temperature of the things that you eat. You know what I'm saying? Just drink some hot water. You don't like coffee, you don't like tea, drink some hot water. You don't need to put anything in it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't hate doctors. When I was a kid, a little child, I want to be a doctor. I wanted to be a doctor. I am on a higher frequency and vibration right now, right? But that's the thing. Because physical doctors can only heal so much. And in reality, is not the doctor's job is not to heal you. The doctor's job is to make you understand why you got sick in the first place so you can heal yourself. Because I have a video here on the channel explaining why you get sick, especially chronic disease like cancer and shit like that. You get sick because you got sick of that shit. Either spiritually, either mentally, either emotionally, or either physically, you were repeating something so much that your spirit had to destroy that shape and form so it could set itself free, because you weren't letting your spirit be free. So your spirit is like, oh, I can't be free? You sure? Let me kill that imagination. Let me kill that feeling. Let me kill that organ. You're drinking too much. Let me see. What do we use to process alcohol? Liver. Okay, let me fuck that shit up so you can't drink no more, because I'm tired of drinking. I'm sick of that shit. And then you get sick. When you are tired of something, when you are sick of something, spiritually, mentally, and emotionally, you get sick physically. That's on point, that's for sure. Especially chronic diseases. Especially. And I know a lot of people that recovered from cancer. 9 out of 10 people that recovered from cancer, they changed their lifestyle. That's not a lie, bro. Every 9 out of 10 people that got better or cured their cancer, they changed their lifestyle. It wasn't the treatments, because the treatments are really bad for your body. It was changing your lifestyle. Okay? Because cancer is not a disease. Cancer is you fighting yourself. Cancer is like you have rebel cells within you, and they are rebelling against the state. They are rebelling against the king. They are tired of how you manage stuff, and they are trying to rule themselves, but they can't, because they dumb in comparison to you. They dumb. Okay, they don't know how to rule everything, but you do. But when you mess up, the little cells within you, they try to take over because they're tired of you. Even your spirit is tired of you in that phase. Real shit, bro. Health is not complicated. This system where we live in, they make health look complicated, so you think you don't know about yourself. So you think you don't know how to cure and make yourself feel better. But it's not that complicated, I'm telling you. And I know my science, I know my biology, I love chemistry, I know all those shit, but in the end of the day, they will not help you get better. One thing that is super easy and will help you get better when you are sick is be comfortable and relax. Relax. But I'm not saying relaxing, just sitting down. No, relax into the core of your being, into the depths of your soul. Relax. Let shit go for real, and you will start to feel better ASAP. Okay? You might need somebody to take care of you. I have Taurus Moon. If somebody's taking care of me, I heal so much faster. You guys don't believe it. So much faster. Because it's all about feeling good. The first reason you got sick is because you were not taking care of yourself. You were not feeling good, or you're not feeling good for long enough periods of time. You know what I'm saying? And then you have mental diseases, and mental disorders is, bro, I do not hate anybody that has it, but this is a fact. Mental disorders is you being weak. Weak-minded, weak spiritual, weak spirit. For real, bro. Like, I don't hate anybody that goes through that. That's a thing. Bro, like, it happens. It's not bad, it's not good, it just happens. Sometimes you are weak. The thing is, people that have mental disorders, most times they just want to receive attention. They just want somebody to help them. Guess what? You have to help yourself, okay? And then, like, especially depression and anxiety is you letting the world putting pressure on you. And you are not putting pressure on the world. It's up to you. And like, oh, I'm getting passionate. Hold on, let me control this because I got a very logical point, and I don't want to mess it up with passion. I want to complement it with passion. Hold on. Because I've seen many people on YouTube, especially gamers, because I watch a lot of gaming stuff, they'd be like, oh, I have anxiety, I have this, I have that, I don't feel good going outside. First, are you about to die? No. So that's not a real disease. I reckon it is a disease, but it's not real. It's in the mind, bro. It's in the mind. You have to recognize that. This might be a very hard fact, but it's true. Mental disorders are not real. They are mental. Duh. It's so obvious it's not real. You are making that up. But guess what? You also made the physical disease up. Even if you get struck by a car, you made that up. You created or you participated in that scenario. Responsibility. It's one of your 3 powers, the causal powers. As a spirit, you're always creating, you're always attracting, you're always expressing. So, and I see these people, they work perfectly fine. Their mind work fine, they speak well, they eat well, they got money, they got security, they got attention, they got viewers, but they are not really being spiritual. They're not really into an area that really focused them. Or they got some money, they got some attention, and they felt comfortable and they stayed there. Right? And the people that have anxiety, the people that have depression, they are not constructing their mind in the right way. It's not something that you... Bro, that's impossible. You can't catch depression. You are not suffering from depression. You are creating depression. You are creating the idea of anxiety. Bro, you can't catch anxiety. You can't catch depression. It's not something, oh, I have depression. No, you created that. And you accept that vision because it's mental. It's not real. You can take a fucking pill and cure depression. That doesn't work like that. And the psychiatrists know that. They just be experimenting on y'all. Bro, I knew a guy, he was a friend of mine, he had depression because their grandfather died or whatever. For me, that's weak ass mind. But hey, everybody got their skill level, everybody got their tools, I'm fine. But he will take a pill, 2 pills. One is to be happy, and the other one was to be sad. Bro, he lost complete control of his emotions. Because those pills, they do not affect your mind. They affect what your mind affects. AKA, your hormones, your synapses between your neurons, and the chemical ratio of your stuff. They don't change your mind, bro. Only you can change your mind. And people really need to understand that, okay, it's a disease, it's a thing. Okay, when you have depression, you are not normal. When you have anxiety, you are not normal. But you are choosing to be in that state. You created that state. You have to understand that. You are not being strong enough, bro. Because you have people that went through so worse than you. You have people that they saw their family die in front of them. And you feel anxious because you are in a new town. You have people living under trees right now. You have people living under the bridge right now. They ain't anxious. They over there. in the gas station, looking for some money, looking for some this, looking for some... They have no problem in speaking. You do, because you a pussy. And that's true. Bro, I'm not saying... Because most times it's not your fault. Most times it's your responsibility. It's not your fault, but it is your responsibility. But sometimes it's just you let the world outweigh you. And their world, not... Bro, this world is beautiful. You go outside, there is no animal with depression. There is no lion with anxiety. There is no bird feeling weird because it's in the world. No. This world supports you. This world helps you experience what you have to experience. But their world, cities, companies, rules, regulations, expectations, you do something wrong, you get punished. That world, their world, that is made to fuck up your mind. Okay? So, you were born into that world. And nobody told you, because I'm sure your parents didn't give a fuck about that. Because if your parents were like my parents, if you show any sign of emotion or mental intelligence, you are a pussy. Bro, that's true. And we gotta say fuck you, mama, fuck you, dad, because they never understood that we more intelligent, we more sensitive, we more aware, we care deeply about our living condition. And they be like, oh, I gave you money, I gave you food, I'm the best parent alive. Bitch, you never were open for me to ask you stuff, to show and share my feelings and emotions. Literally, even my mother would call me a pussy because I was sharing some emotions. My father as well, but that was expectable. Not my mother. Like, I didn't have a strong female figure in my life. I didn't. It was myself. True. Taurus Moon, bro. Taurus Moon. I was the strongest female representation to myself while growing up. Taurus Moon, bro. What you want? What else you want? That's pretty feminine. Later on, I had to learn with some real females, some flunked out females that they didn't value themselves as they really were, but I did. So I could understand, oh, that girl, she's powerful in that area. But she didn't knew that, but I knew. So I would sit back and watch, interact with them, and learn from that. And here we are, Saturday Cloud Surfer in its power. Thank you, all the girls. Even if we didn't have any deep relationship, just you being a female in my awareness, just me initiating a conversation with you, thank you. We have helped this spirit in a male body not getting lost, because it was so much GMOs, bro, that at some point I didn't feel comfortable. But Taurus Moon, you know, feeling uncomfortable around girls, that doesn't last long. Doesn't last long, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't last long. But in terms of mental illnesses and shit like that, it's up to you to make a stronger mind. So you can call me, you can send me an email, you can contact me via IG or my Discord, and I will tell you your power. I will read your chart, read your body language, read your mind, and I will tell you, bro, you are stronger than this. That's literally what I do in my personal conversations. I'm like, bro, you got the power. I want to do this, but I don't... What? Why can't you see yourself in that situation? You can. You can do it. Shut your ass up. You can do it because of this. You can do it because of that. You can do it in that way. The best way for you to do it is that way. Or things like that. You know what I'm saying? I will not cure your mental disease, but I will make you aware and show you real evidence in yourself and perhaps in your surroundings that you can do it. No doctor, no pill will cure your mental disorder. It's up to you. It's a mental disorder. ordered. Your mind is not organized. Your mind is not going into the right places in the right order. It's all deorganized. It's all combobulated. It's all a mess. Get your shit straight. Get your shit together. Bro, that's so real. That's so real, that expression. Get your shit together. Because your shit is your chakras, right? They are your first creation, physically speaking. And when they are too scattered, too far away, when they are not working together, because teamwork makes a dream work, you feel lost. You feel with no energy, no purpose, no creativity, no ability to connect with others, no ability to connect with the world, because your shit is not together. So basically, in order to overcome your mental disorder, first step, realize you made that up, you created and you are maintaining that space. You cannot catch depression, you cannot catch anxiety, it's something that you made on your own. And then you have to understand the areas of your life where you are applying more energy and thinking more and feeling more and spending more time in those areas. And then you see them and you have to realize, oh, I'm going too much in there and I'm not going enough in here. And then you bring your shit together and that's it. It will be just like that. It's so simple. You just need to realize that you are more powerful than you actually think you are. You need to realize that the world that you live in probably ain't shit and you need a new perspective. I'm here for that. And you need to realize that you need something new or a new way to see and be about life. Or it's not like you need a new way. Perhaps you already have the way, but you forgot, or you don't use it, or you don't trust it, or others make you feel weird about being in your own way. Let me tell you something. The best way to be is to be your goddamn self, alright? Because especially people with anxiety, it's just like, oh, I don't feel comfortable going outside, I don't feel safe, I don't like how others look at me. Bro, who told you to give a fuck about that? Create a strong mind, go out there and do it. Go out there and do it. Leave that mind behind. Create a new one. It's up to you. Okay? And before we move on to the astrological reading, let's pull a dragon oracle card for today's energy. So what is a dragon oracle? It's like the highest, lightest, clearest, less crowded space that you can access today. So when you are doing the cards that we saw, if you are feeling too much of something, you can do these things, or you can go to these spaces to feel lighter, refreshed, and to feel more energized, or just to have a more clear version about stuff. Oh, bro, that I was just talking about this rainbow dragon. So what this means, right? So what is a rainbow in the first place? Because the rainbow basically it's always there. Because the rainbow is light passing through the bubbles, the water bubblies or whatever, the scientific, like the droplets, that's it. The light passing through water droplets, and the water droplets work as prisms and they separate light. Because the light that you see, or the light that allows you to see, is an accumulation of smaller different unique lights, right? So they separate and they show you this thing. I don't know if you guys can see well, but this is this thing. And if you realize, the rainbow is not a mess. Otherwise, you'll not be able to differentiate it from the surroundings. The rainbow is organized. The rainbow is like red, orange, yellow, turquoise, blue, light purple, and then purple. It's organized. The red is always in the same place. You can see millions of rainbows. They will always be organized in the same way, right? And the red does not mixture with the blue. The blue does not mixture with the green. It's all organized, organizing light. And what is light is desires, your visions, or the expression of your individuality. So today, you gotta make sure you are organizing your feelings and emotions. You gotta make sure you are organizing your ideas and thoughts. You gotta make sure you are organizing your desires and things that you want to fulfill and manifest. Alright? Rainbow Dragon brings the leap of joy that opens new doors. Bro, today's all about that. Today's all about that. Opening new doors. Stars don't lie, bro. This shit don't lie. Have trust. Rediscover wisdom. Expect miracles. My oracles. Miracles. My oracles. When you are the oracle, okay, you bring the message, you bring what needs to be brought. That's a miracle. Accept opportunities. Okay, let's go into the astrological reading. Oh, we can do numerology astro reading before we go into the moon reading. I was like, bro, Mars is still in 8 degrees because it was retro and now it's coming back. Because I remember like 1 week ago, Mars was like 8 degrees. Maybe not a week, but you know. Oh, I'm just realizing I didn't really eat today. I'll cook something next. Because I burped and the only flavor, it was the coffee and the cinnamon that I put in the coffee. So I was like, oh, we pretty empty. So let's go. So let's start with, oh, Sun is already 28. I thought it was 27. All right. Sun in Capricorn 20. Oh, it's conjuncting Pluto. Exactly. Shit, that's deep. That's deep if you were not transforming yourself. Because if you were transforming yourself, it's going to be the fucking Rainbow Dragon. Because instead of you organizing your things today, you'll be seeing the sun, how you transformed yourself, and how you, in the past 28 days, were creating new ways to organize your internal realm. So you can see your rainbow. That's some cool allegory. You know what I'm saying? So, if you were not doing your work, you are still doing it today. And it might feel tougher, it might feel heavier, whatever. And you can see where you still need to transform. You can see today where you need to bring some power and control, and you can see where you weren't working, so the world needs to transform you. And that might be scary, that might be a bit tough, because you might feel you don't have a lot of power and control over those things. But if you were working, organizing, creating new ways to be stable, okay? You can see what you have done, okay? You can relax while the sun goes into Sag. The moon is ready to get new as well. So we are letting go. We are releasing. We are relaxing. So if you are working on yourself, you can see the organization. You can see the areas that you have transformed and that now are better for you. And pretty much I was a lot on that mood today. I was like, bro, I now realize that I have way more energy. I'm way more clear. I'm way more direct. I'm doing the same things, but in different ways. I have improved. I have transformed myself. I have created priorities. I have stick to them. I have used my desires, and because that's like Capricorn season, training my Taurus moon. That's a gift to initiate new ways where I make my deep desires work for me. And I did it. God damn it. I'm happy for myself. Let's go. So, Sun 28 degrees Capricorn, we are relating in deep ways, or we are relating in deep areas, places, or relationships, our new, creative, practical, real, and efficient ways to be, see, and express ourselves. Mercury 8 degrees Capricorn, so we are spending a lot of time, or we are going deeper into new ways to think, communicate, and analyze in practical, realistic, logical ways. Venus already, bro. Venus 19 degrees Aquarius. I'm enjoying this alignment a lot, but like, it's going too fast. It's going too fast. It's going to be in Pisces. Like, it took so much time to go through Capricorn. And now, going through Aquarius, it feels like a breeze. Bro, chill. Can you go retrograde, Venus, please? Can you go retro? I want to enjoy Venus in Aquarius a little more. But Venus in Aquarius, 19 degrees, it means that you are being very unique, being very yourself, or you are relating with unique people, places, things, responsibilities, or projects, and you are elevating yourself, or you are elevating the partnership, the partner, or the circumstance by relating the, or about, or with uniqueness, individuality, and your own way to think, communicate, and analyze. Mars 8 degrees Gemini, we are going deeper, or we are spending a lot of time rewinding, reviewing, rethinking about how we share, we scatter, we mix and mingle our own way to think and communicate, our own passions, motivations, angers, and frustrations that deal with logicality, information, and scholarships and things like that, and how we mixture and mingle that with others, the world, and your more personal surroundings. Jupiter 3 degrees Aries, so we are completely an awareness. We are getting really into Aries because we are like 0, 1, 2. Now we are totally in Aries. We left Pisces behind, and we are being completely aware of what this new cycle means. Okay, we are being more aware, or we are completing the awareness of what it means to have these new individual passionate experiences, travels, and places or ways to get wisdom and knowledge. Saturn in Aquarius, 24 degrees, conjuncting my sun right now. So that means that you are relating in a more real, more logical, more structured way your structure, your organization, and your mental or real buildings, your mental or real structures, your mental or real associations, your mental or real world. So you want to relate that in a way that is more clear, direct, and on to the point. Then we have Uranus Where is it? Ah, there you go. What? 14 degree? It's still retrograde. Bro, this guy is like in retrograde for a year. That's too much, bro. That's too much. That's too much. I mean, when Saturn goes retrograde, it's also for a long time. Even Mars. Mars was a whole bunch of time in retro. You see how that hot coffee just made me clean all the shit up? Let's go. Shit. I'll pick that up back later. So, Uranus retrograde 14 degrees. That means that we are remembering or changing some past ways about moments where you have to be, or you already had this, which is unique ways, new ways, original ways to be fixed, in your own way to be practical, and in your own way to have and maintain security and stability in your life, in a way where you are being unique, you are being individual, but in a real, logical, clear, and direct way. Neptune moved a degree, bro. Neptune in Pisces, 23 degrees. This means you are relating your complete awarenesses. You are relating completely. You are relating all in about your deep and wide dreams, illusions, imaginations, nightmares, pleasures, desires, spirituality, belief systems, faith systems, morality systems, and you are indulging basically, very important, subconscious patterns. So you might be relating, and this might be happening with yourself because you got your conscious mind and you got your subconscious mind, and those conversate, those interact with each other. So you might be becoming aware or becoming sure of a certain awareness about your subconscious realm, and you are relating that with your conscious realm. You know what I'm saying? Or you are just literally relating that with others. Literally. Okay? Lastly, but not least, Pluto in Capricorn, 28 degrees as well. So we are spending a lot of time relating, or we are relating in deeper areas, in a deeper way, or with deeper, more meaningful relationships, or moments of transformation, moments where we took power and control, moments where we claimed authority in our or the world's new ways to have security, stability, and practicality in our life. Okay, and let's go. Moon already 15 degrees Sag. And I think it moved 1 degree because we are already 1 hour in, but let's go. Moon in Sag, fatal attacking the sun. We already talked that in the early stream, but is feeling more light, feeling more free, needing to be more free, feeling less free on the negative side, feeling more connective, communicative, spiritual, and creative about your new practical actions, new practical expressions, and new practical situations. The same about Mercury. Instead of new practical actions, is feeling more spiritual, feeling more free about your new practical mindset, about your new practical way of thinking and communicating. Moon in Sagittarius, sextiling Venus in Aquarius, an opportunity to relate spiritual feelings, an opportunity to relate your belief system and how you feel also about others' belief systems and moralities. So the opportunity to relate that in a more fixed, structured, real, and unique way that does not cause a lot of turbulence. It causes some, but not a lot. But that's the whole point of Aquarius, is to cause the turbulence. Those waves, right? Make shit move, bro. Because Aquarius is the most movable fixed sign. the most exciting fixed sign. Now it's not Leo, because Leo gets more lost than Aquarius. But Leo and Aquarius, they're really similar. I think they are the most similar signs. It's Leo and Aquarius. Aquarius just thinks more and talks more. Leo just acts more and feels more. Then, Moon in Gemini, Moon in Sag, opposing Mars in Gemini. Okay, so you might feel weird, uncomfortable, or that is so unnecessary when somebody is being very passionate or aggressive in thinking and communicating and associating themselves with you, or associating your morality with others in logical, rational, cold, and distant ways, or you just need to accept this so you can share your feelings in a real way, so you can share your visions in a way that others can understand, and exciting, practical, logical, motivated ways. Moon in Gemini, trining Jupiter in Aries, a gift to experience more and more uniquely, more on your own spiritual connections, feelings, and relationships. A gift to learn a lot, to get a lot of wisdom and a lot of knowledge by you creating new ways to share all those spiritual connections and wisdoms and knowledge that you already have. And you can create more wisdom, you can create more knowledge by connecting, sharing, and associating your own feelings about spirituality, about morality in general. Okay? Moon in Sag, god damn it. Moon in Sag sextiling Saturn in Aquarius, an opportunity to feel more comfortable about unique, real circumstances, an opportunity to bring more connectivity, to bring more relation, to bring more care, but still on a lighter, still on a spiritual, individual way to your mental or physical associations and constructions, and just feeling more refreshed, feeling excited, feeling more free about your routine, pattern, and all the work you have been putting into. Moon in Sag, misunderstanding Uranus in Taurus, feeling weird or feeling too attached or feeling too detached with no real reason, with no real balance. Feeling that doesn't, and because it's immutable, you might feel that about others, or others might make you feel this way. Okay? Which is misunderstanding new, unique ways to have your own way to make sense, be practical, and have stability and security in your life. Moon in Sagittarius squaring Neptune in Pisces, learning how to feel more comfortable, learning how to feel more light, and learning how to express better your feelings about deep dreams, deep illusions, and deep awarenesses of your subconscious patterns, or learning how to integrate your subconscious patterns when it's time to share your personal testimonies, when it's time to share your personal wisdom and knowledge. And lastly, but not least, Moon in Sag, fatal attracting Pluto in Capricorn, feeling more light, feeling more connective, feeling more healing or healed by sharing, by associating, by creating or by being the space, by being the one where you and others share their wisdom, share their knowledge, share their testimonies, speak about something that they were afraid of speaking of, and that feels nervous, but they feel comfortable once they do it because people receive it and people help them release, heal, and transmute moments where they had to transform themselves or they were transformed by the world, as in creating new ways to be safe, comfortable, and efficient in your life. And that's everything for today, y'all. Thank you very much for watching. I wish you the best thoughts, ideas, feelings, and emotions. A whole bunch of individuality, creativity, and responsibility as well. And remember always that the best way to be is to be your goddamn self. Until the next time,